people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And if you really think about that, that's exactly what Celsius is all about. So there are so many good companies with great services and great products around. And their main goal, if you really think about it, is like just to profit, to make profit, right? So they do have like a vision and and a nice slogan, but there is nothing behind it. And with Celsius, I really feel that it's not like that. I know the founders and I know how it all started with Celsius, and there is like a big vision here, like to fix something.
Hello and welcome to the Celsius Meet the Team series. I'm your community host, Trillions, from the Trillions YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking to Shahar Petter, whose team was instrumental in delivering the web app to the community. So Shahar, welcome to the channel. How are you doing today?
Everything is great. Thank you for having me. How are you, Trillions?
I am fantastic. Look, I'm very excited for this conversation, and I'm sure the community is as well, because I have been super impressed with the web app since it's been released. So hopefully we can get to know you better, understand the journey from concept to the release of the product. Now, before we get into the web app, why don't we just start off by letting the community know who you are and what were you doing before Celsius?
Awesome. So so my name is Shahar Petter. I'm 35 years old from Tel Aviv. I joined Celsius a year ago as the web product lead, basically got the mission to create a desktop version to the existing Celsius mobile app. In the past 10 years, I was part of the founding team in various startups. One of them was in the crypto area. It was called Lenduit. And I also created the crypto ranking platform at the same time. So, back then, 2017, 18, where thousands of companies tried to raise money using the Ethereum platform. So it was a really, really cool thing. It was a side project while we were working in Lenduit. And Lenduit was basically kind of what Celsius is doing. It was just a decentralized lending platform. Unfortunately, the project failed, like most of the startup that I was involved in. But it was a crazy hell of a ride back then, and a great experience, at least for me. Nowadays, in the past 10 years, actually, I'm running a travel blog, a successful travel blog, actually, in the US. I also have a yoga website, an e-commerce website where we sell yoga stuff. I love doing yoga. So yoga is one of the things that I really like. I like playing guitar, traveling a lot, shooting photos with my drones. I said traveling, right? So traveling is like really something that I try to do a lot. And now, thanks to Celsius, I cannot really do it anymore. Celsius / COVID-19, but that's really a passion for me.
Awesome. And maybe if we just go slightly off topic, what's your favorite place that you've traveled to, or what would you recommend, given you must be well versed in terms of places that you've been to?
That's a really tough question. So I went to the North Pole. I've been to the North Pole, so it was like a really, really crazy. It was in the winter. I remember no sunrise, just complete dark, 24/7. That was really, really a crazy experience. One of the best things that I did. But if I need to choose the country that I love the most, it would be Brazil. Sao Paulo, Rio, the vibe of Brazilian, this is for me, it's I feel like I should have been Brazilian. I really felt home when I was there. So yeah, Brazil is my top choice.
Amazing. So it seems like Celsius is keeping you very busy. You've got lots of passions, lots of hobbies, also COVID-19 as well, to be fair. So why don't we talk a little bit about what you do at Celsius? So why don't you just give everyone a kind of a brief description of your role and what you've been hired to do?
Great. So when I joined Celsius, we had the Celsius mobile app, as I mentioned before, and then we got this mission of, guys, we have to create a desktop version. The community, they demand desktop version. So then suddenly we had to start planning, and it was really it was stressing, I have to say, because we wanted to provide to the community as soon as possible, like always, what they really want. We had a very, very short time to plan everything. So the good thing is that it's not like I had to start from scratch and thinking of an idea of something I want to build. I had the mobile app. So the main thing that I had to do is like to just try to think, how can I take the mobile app, use this big real estate that usually we have on desktop versions, and just take advantage of it, right? And then, and display the all Celsius features like in this big real estate, and also to improve the user experience, and enable users to have like a easier flows, like when they send coins, when they receive coins. And we have to keep in mind that the goal of Celsius is like to reach to this. Alex always says 100 million clients. So this is something that we also have to keep in mind. Like, what if tomorrow my mother or my father will join Celsius? Will it be easier for them to use the same features, but just with this real estate, bigger real estate? And how can I make it all this process and flow much easier and more fluent for them, and for people that had no idea what crypto is about. So that was like one of the biggest challenges. And also I have to say, I remember that we were supposed to launch the web app back then, and then it was delayed a little bit, and the community, got stressed a little bit, like what's going on. So I can tell that, that back then we were ready like a few months even before. But like one of the main thing that really stopped us is like security. So the platform was ready. I finished to do everything I needed, and then the security team came to me, and we have a huge security team here. Everything starts and ends in Celsius with security after all. So then, the security guys came to me and said, forget about it. You need to fix this and this and this and this. And the challenges, with desktop versions are completely different than mobile. So we had to solve, I got the list, I remember, of 70 something things that I have to fix, 70 something tasks and issues that I have to fix, and I will not be able to release it until I fix all of them. So then this is something that, we have to take very, very seriously and take the time. And I know on one side I was really kind of stressed, like, let's release it already. Let's put something, but online, but we couldn't. And then we had to do it like the right way. And I'm actually really happy that we took the time to really invest with everything that has to do with security. Because at the end of the day, I think that even our community, they understand that, all our efforts is like just to make sure that we provide them what they need, the best experience, all the features and all the things that they really want, but also to make sure that, everything is 100% secure, and then that they have someone that they can trust.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that, and I'll just jump in there. I think it's always best for it to be a little bit late than to get it wrong. And as far as I can tell, I have not seen a single criticism on anything not working. So hats off to you guys for making that decision and essentially trying to get it to work and make sure everything is secure and in the right working order before releasing it. So what I want to touch upon is how many teams are involved in this development. So you mentioned the security team, because when you're designing a web app and you're doing it for the first time, I'm sure there are multiple teams involved, and that's why it also takes a lot of time, right? Because there are different feeds that are coming in from different teams. So why don't you just talk a little bit about that and let the community understand the kind of complexities that you have to deal with?
Yeah, so definitely there are multiple teams that are working on the web app. Starting from the product teams and the development teams. So just imagine that for every feature or group of features, we have a special team. So taking like the retail lending, right? The borrowing feature. So there is a special team that works and focuses only on this. So that we have led by Tomer, one of the product managers. Then we have the yield team by Kalia. Kalia, you just interviewed there like a week ago, right? You have the wallet team by Milan, the onboarding team by Nino, the corporate team led by Evgeny, mobile app with Noam, API partners, Amir. So also we have a security product team, right? So not just the security team, product team that is handling everything that has to do with security, led by Avi, designers. So also, if you really think about it, we have marketing. Marketing is involved with everything as well. We said security so many times. Legal, even legal. Think about it. Everything that we do has to go through legal. We have to make sure that we know what we're doing, that we're doing the right thing, that we're not doing that. By any chance we are doing something we're not allowed to do, or say something where we should not. Right. So we have that. We have the quality assurance team. So there's a huge team that whenever we finish the development, right, they go and test everything. And believe me, they find every possible small edge case that you can think of that we couldn't think of that we need to fix later, right? So then, and all of these are always, all of these are always slowing you down. So you always start with one thing and you think it's going to take you like X time, but then 80% of there is a saying that said that 80% of the time goes on the last 20% things that you need to do. So at the beginning, it seems like, yeah, I'm developing a feature, everything goes well, but then the small details are taking most of your time. And this is like one of the things that are, we have to consider and understand that that's the reality, basically, when you develop a new product or a new feature, right?
Yeah, so I totally understand. And I think that's essentially why things take so long. There are lots of people involved, there's lots of teams involved, and liaising maybe cross-continent, different time zones. So all of that takes time. And I think to do it and deliver it and not have any problems, I mean, hats off to you guys. Really, really well done. And like I said, it's just not your team. There is multiple teams involved. So really, really well done. So this is, I guess, version 1. What can we expect from the future? Like, I mean, I know the one thing that the community keeps asking is when dark mode. So when can you kind of give us a rough estimate on certain things? And maybe we won't put timelines on any of these things, but what can the community expect from the web app in the future?
Cool. So dark mode is one of the things that we are really working on. It's not going to be released in the coming up version, but we're working on it definitely. So that's one of the things. Yeah. So there is also like a new feature that we are working on, which is a portfolio breakdown. Users will be able to see like with a really cool pie on the dashboard, like all their assets, like in one visual pie. Really, really cool feature. We're also working on a new Jumbotron. Basically, the Jumbotron is like the main widget at the top that shows you the total balance and the total rewards and your loyalty level, right? So we're working on a new one just to improve the user experience and show you a little bit more information there. We're also working continuously on improving the responsiveness of the web app. So some pages are still not so responsive. So users will be able to see it in all dimensions, all sizes, right? So that's one of the things that are currently in the works. Community section is something that we should start working soon. So we have it on the mobile app. So we're going to build like a really, really nice and much more detailed community section with lots of new graphs and lots of more information that we don't have it now currently. Retail lending, right? It's like one of the maybe the biggest feature that we have. Retail lending is something that we started working on the web app. In the settings, we're gonna add like various things that are coming up soon. The option to change PIN, to activate 2FA, in the sign-in page to forgot password. We currently don't have it. Users will be able to do that. Sign up in KYC. These are the main two things that users cannot currently do, right? If you want to sign up and do KYC, you have to first download the mobile app and then join the web app. But now sign up and KYC are really coming up really, really soon. I can say that it's like almost ready, almost there. And then also one of the things is we should really soon supposed to start working on our referrals and promo codes. Also, so users will be able to see even a leaderboard of all the top referrals like on the community. They will be able to manage all the promo codes, see all their statuses and everything. So these are, I think I covered most of the things that are coming soon. There are a few more things that I cannot mention and I cannot say. There are new features that are coming up on both website, web app and mobile app. So I'm not going to cover that right now, but but many exciting things are coming.
That's very exciting stuff. I think that will keep the community happy. So before we talk about the growing headcount, why don't you just give the community an understanding of why you like Celsius so much and what keeps you motivated in this company?
Great. So I'll try to divide this answer to two parts. The first part is like the vision of Celsius, or what they believe in. So there is this famous saying that I really like, which is like, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And if you really think about that, that's exactly what Celsius is all about. So there are so many good companies with great services and great products around, and their main goal, if you really think about it, is like just to make profit, right? So they do have like a vision and the nice slogan, but there is nothing behind it. And with Celsius, I really feel that it's not like that. I know the founders, and I know how it all started with Celsius, and there is a big vision here, like to fix something, right? And so I believe that people don't really join Celsius. Our community is growing on a daily basis. Hundreds of thousands of people are joining us again, more and more, and it's growing. And at least from my perspective, maybe some people will not agree with me in Celsius. In my perspective, it's not about the features that we are providing or the rates, which are great, by the way, and we are doing, I'm sure, I see our competitors. So, and it's not about even the lower interest rate where you get if you take a loan. It's not about that. It's just about it's about why we do what we do. And all these people that join in Celsius, they are just believe in what we believe in. And I think that that's the main engine that moves everything forward. And that's something that you can find in many companies. So that was one of the first things that really convinced me to join Celsius. Because honestly, when I was in a similar company before, and after it failed, I said to myself, I'm done with crypto. It's too much. I don't want it anymore. But then with Celsius, it was different. I said to myself, why? It's worth it, right? So and I really, when I joined Celsius, by the way, the why the people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. It's the same for employees. So there are companies that can offer you a crazy salary and you will just go and work for them. But there are these companies that you believe in what they believe in, and then you do everything for them. So like if you'll join us to our offices here, you see so many people that are staying here until 10, 11, even midnight in the office. And it's not like we're doing it because our boss, it's not like my boss is expecting me to stay until late. It's just because I feel like I want to do it. I really want to move everything that we do and do it faster and faster and faster, just because we are really moved by this big cause. So again, the second thing is that the people. So as I mentioned, that there is like this crazy feeling in the air of like, let's get things done, So you work with a group of people. I was in the army. So in the army, you have this, like in your team, you have this feeling like each soldier is like, will do everything for the other. And I really, really feel that there is this feeling here at Celsius with this. So people are really doing their best and put all their efforts and their heart on the table, right? Just to, as I said, get things done. And even though we're a huge company already, right? We're not like 10 people anymore. It really still feels like a startup, because in startups, you have this feeling of like, yeah, we're just a small group of people, let's make it happen. And then I still feel it in Celsius, right? So I believe that this is why people know that, and this is why people that will join Celsius will have this great feeling of being part of something big, right? That are greater than themselves.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if you look at the community outside of the company, like everyone is swarming around the company because they feel the same way. Like no one's being paid to promote it on Twitter or on YouTube. No one paid me to do it on YouTube. I just did it because I felt like there is a bigger mission, there's a bigger purpose. and you want to be part of it because you can see how, the system is slightly broken and we need to fix it. So I think it touches upon very nicely. So in terms of hiring, obviously people need to have a similar sort of ethos, similar sort of mission in terms of what the purpose of the company is. So maybe why don't we talk a little bit about, are you guys hiring at the moment in your department, and what kind of people are you looking for?
So first of all, hell yeah, we are hiring, and we are hiring a lot of people right now. Yeah, definitely. So specifically on the tech side, we're hiring developers in both Israel, Europe, and United States. Full stack, backend, front end, all kinds, mobile, iOS, Android, right? We're hiring a lot. And I think it's even on our website, on our career section. And also, so we have developers that we're hiring a lot, but also product managers, designers, QA people, quality assurance, right? Specifically on product, which is like where, my department, we're currently hiring we have 3 or 4 open positions. And I just started actually this interviewing process right now with a few candidates. So yeah, people can still submit, and it's on LinkedIn and on our website. But you know what, I can tell you, at least for me, when I interview people, obviously, we have to see that they are professionals and that they have experience and they know what they are doing. But 60-70% of what I'm looking for is just to see these people with this hunger, right? Like to with this willing to
go above and beyond.
Exactly. Thank you. Go above and beyond. Exactly. And this is something that it's really, really hard to see in interview, to find. I think it's like one of the biggest challenges of companies in the world in general, like to hire these people, these kind of people. But this is what I'm looking for, basically. So I rather hire somebody which is a bit less professional a little bit, but then I feel like he will give 200% of every, he will do everything that he can to make these things succeed. So this is what we're looking for. Like I like to say, hungry people.
Hungry people. Awesome. So I think if anyone's looking to join Celsius, definitely go check out their career section. All the jobs are listed there. All right, so we're going to go on to the rapid fire round. So feel free to keep it as long or as short as you would like. They're questions that came from Celsius and a few from my end, and it's a mix between personal and professional. So, what was your favorite subject in school?
Geography.
Nice. And I assume that's because, and that's also coincides with you traveling, right?
I guess so, yeah, probably.
Awesome. And how many languages do you speak?
So I speak Hebrew, אני מדבר עברית, English, but I also speak Spanish. Puedo hablar en español también.
I'll just say awesome. I don't know what that was, but fantastic. What are your top 3 hobbies?
Top 3 hobbies. So I love doing yoga. I love playing the guitar. And photography is something that I really love doing. I mean, I wish I could be a photographer. I have my Mavic Pro 2 drone, and I love, to take shots with it. Like, I don't want to tell you where I took shots with my drone. Like in many places, like I'm not allowed to even. But I can travel from, I can fly somewhere just because I know that there is a great location for like specific shots. I will just travel there. I will just fly all the way there for this specific shot, like to take it. So yeah, it's like one of the best things that I love.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And are you a Canon or a Nikon person?
I was definitely a Canon person. I have like a great Canon camera, but I'm not using it anymore. I have to tell you that, nowadays that, iPhone 12 is such a great camera. I'm not using anymore my Canon. It's like sits on my shelf, but I'm not using it. So for years.
Yeah. No, I can agree with you. I own a DSLR, and carrying it around while you're traveling is a pain.
Definitely. And
I think, yeah, you're right. The iPhone or just any smartphone tends to have a very good output quality. Yeah. All right. So, are you a cat or a dog person? Or neither?
I guess that I prefer dogs. I feel that cats they don't really show love, so I'll give up on cats and I'll go with the dogs, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a dog person as well. What's your favorite pizza topping?
Well, that's a tough question because I would say olives, but I'm a vegan for the past 3 or 4 months. So, and there are no good vegan pizzas, even though there are a few in Tel Aviv, but they're not really good. So yeah,
Yeah.
like history for me, unfortunately. But it will be olives.
Olives. Okay, awesome. All right, from a professional sense, what do you love about your job?
I think that I just love the fact that the result of my work affect and influence so many people. This is like the best thing that I could ask. Honestly, that's like
Yeah,
the main thing, the main reason for me being in Celsius.
amazing. And what is Celsius's best invention so far?
Obviously, the rewards. People love the fact that we offer these rewards. But if you really think about it, the retail lending is also revolutionary. This option to the fact that we are letting people lend USD dollars money into their account using the collateral of their crypto. And in some cases, in some cases, it can be up to 1% of interest rate per year, per month, or in some cases, even 0.75%. This is unheard of. And, I don't know I don't think that there is any other place where you can borrow and get such rates. So this is for me one of the best inventions in Celsius.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, and I think I was half expecting you to say the web app, but I think you were pretty honest there, so I appreciate that. In terms of the Celsius logo, do you like it in blue, orange, or the new purple scheme?
So look, I love the new Celsius logo, the purple and pink. I will never replace it with any other color. So I will go with the purple and pink together. And I have to say that we wanted these purple pink colors before Facebook changed their Messenger app color. So we were first.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I've said this time and again. I love the color scheme. I don't know what it is. It's the gradient that you guys have chosen. It just kind of really stands out. So I love it. So look, great answers. Really do appreciate. Yeah.
I wanted to say something, a cool fact about these colors, that in the first iteration when we released the web app, we used this purple pink color, colors on the numbers, on the big like total rewards and total balances, and I was in love with that. But we got a bad feedback from the community. The community, we have a huge group of beta testers from the community, and they just said, oh, take it off. It's awful. We don't like it. And sometimes you make mistakes, right? I realized, okay, it was just me. No one loves it, and I removed it. And now we don't use these colors anymore. But maybe we can try it again later on and see what the community think.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely would dig it. I think it's an amazing contrast, and yeah, well done on that. Look, great answers. Firstly, before we wrap up, I'd just like to mention to anyone who's watching this, if you liked the t-shirt that I wore, or Shahar wore, or the cap that I have on, feel free to check out the swag store. We'll leave a link in the description below. So before we finish off, Shahar, do you want to say anything to the community? Any final remarks?
Well, I really enjoyed having this call with you. So thank you for having me, Trillions. And, maybe for the community, I have to say that we really appreciate the feedback and your support, guys. We really couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, fantastic. No, thank you. Really do appreciate it. So guys, if you've enjoyed this conversation, then go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Let us know in the comments who you would like us to interview next. Well, thank you for your time, Shahar, today. I really do appreciate it. And as I said at the beginning, I really love the web app. It's fantastic. So thank you to everyone in the background who's helped get this all together. So that is all for today, folks. We will catch you in the next one.